This tether right here is giving me a hard time.
If I send you over now for a drug test,
I'm gonna drop dirty, sir.
you're going to drop dirty.
Yes,
Okay.
self-medicating because
Yeah, I know, I know.
I swear before the court, Your Honor, I don't want to go in that mother face for.
Oh,
Today, I do believe you would pass the test.
you're going to end up dead.
I just throw myself at the mercy of the court.
So this guy right here got stopped by the police. He apparently wasn't very cooperative and wound up with charges. He has some mental health issues that cloud his judgment, though I'm not sure the cocaine is helping. He also has some choice words for Judge Simpson, which go over about as well as expected. I got 2 hearings, 2 weeks apart on this guy. Let's see if 2 weeks in the can has changed his attitude. Let's roll, nerds.
So I gave you a copy of the bond violation report, and the bond violation report indicates that the defendant was placed on the tether per court order, and hasn't been keeping it charged. There's also an indication that he was released from the jail, and the jail nor community correction staff knew that he was to be placed on a GPS tether. However, no court documents spoke and they were released. So the issue, my staff thinks, but we don't know, may have really been our communication system that from arraignment would have sent those documents to the various agencies.
Understand.
Okay, so that may have been it, and why when the request for the warrant came over, I did not sign it because I wasn't sure. I mean, I could see it in the file, but I did not have a narrative of what allegedly transpired. Okay, so I'm not going to find a violation or anything, and I don't have a problem. He wants it set for preliminary examination.
He does, Your Honor.
All right. So, Mr. Robinson, here's going to be the problem, and I can overhear you when you were talking up there. Whether or not I put you on it or not is, in certain respects, irrelevant. A judicial officer has ordered you on the GPS tether. So, what I'm going to suggest to you is that you comply with that order. Okay.
I will, because you told.
Okay. So you got to make sure to put that on, have it charged. You got it? So I don't want it. So I'm just going to be blunt with you. I don't want to get a report saying he doesn't have a charge, because now I know I told you. Okay. And you can be mad with me if you want, but you know how I am. If people get mad with me, I don't care. Okay.
I don't get mad.
Okay. So then the next thing is, so I want you to do that. Now, the next thing is, and what I'm worried about, you haven't been taking anything, have you?
I've been going into recovery, and during this process, I have fell off the bandwagon. So
You did what?
I have fell off the bandwagon. I've been trying to get into recovery. I was at the hospital going into home of New Vision. They wouldn't let me in there because I didn't have my meds. The jail took my meds. They won't let me in there because I don't have my proper prescriptions to come in there. And when I tell you it's been a runaround.
Okay. All right. Hold on a second. So here's what I hear you saying to me. Okay. You tell me if I'm wrong. You're supposed to be on certain medications. You're not on those medications right now because for whatever the reason is, you don't have access to them. Right. Okay, so now do you get those medications through your doctor, or are you with CMH?
CMH.
You're with CMH?
What is CMH?
Community Mental Health.
Yes.
Yes, that's okay. So that's where you get those, right?
Yes, and to save a long story, it's just there's a problem with my insurance and all this type of stuff. I'm still working on that, but the jail would have just gave me one.
Okay, hold on. Just
all right.
Brad, let's do this. Let's step away from trying to blame anybody. Let's get you back on your meds if you can. How about that? Fair enough?
Appreciate it.
It's you. It's you. Ken.
It's 100%.
No, it is
It's
100%
100%
you.
me.
It is you. Everything was going fine my whole day,
It was.
and then you. All right.
Your
So-
Honor, is there a way for me to go to the jail to get his meds? Will they release his?
I don't.
to me?
I don't know what the jail has done with
So
those.
the problem is apparently they had just been refilled in their psychotropics. So
And so he can't. Right. Okay. So I don't know.
okay.
And what I'd suggest that you do is you call jail.
Yeah.
See what? No. I know you called the jail. I'm gonna have other people
No.
call.
I got something else for you.
Okay.
Permission to speak?
Yeah. Go ahead.
I talked to my brother Andrew Robinson, the sheriff. He talked to the captain. The captain told me exactly what I was supposed to do. The captain of Washtenaw County. I'll go fishing with or whatever, don't matter. But they said to tell them I have identifiable meds. So I have to call him again. But he said if I don't say it like that,
Okay.
I don't understand what I'm
Just
saying.
listen. Just listen.
I'm gonna,
Why don't we do this? I'm gonna let your attorney work on that.
we'll
Okay.
do it together today. Okay.
Okay. Because maybe she doesn't have to say the same things that you say.
Okay.
Okay. So we're gonna do that. And then because of the we need a new order.
I did verify that. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So that hasn't been charged.
That I don't know.
No,
I mean,
he
like
hasn't
monetarily
charged
wise.
it. He hasn't. charged
Okay. Oh.
it. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna let your attorney check into that, see if they can get it back. You have a worker with CMH?
Yes.
Have you okay. Have you talked to them?
Yes. But
Okay.
I'm telling you. This tether right here is giving me a hard time.
No, the tether's not giving you a hard time.
Okay, well then maybe it's not the tether.
No, it's not.
Me not having my meds.
That's
They
what's that I got you.
I cannot.
That's what's giving you a hard time.
So
So-
it's causing me to come back out into a world that I've been long far away from.
I hear you. So that's why what I want to do first and foremost is I want to get you back, see if we can get you back on your meds. Okay? So I don't want you worrying about the tether. Don't let that bother you. You get angry with the tether, then get angry with me. Okay? Because I'm putting it on you and we're going to sign a new order so that happens. Here's what I want you to do. So Ms. Cannon, you're going to try to check into that and.
It's my last case, Your Honor. I'm going to go address it now.
Okay. So we're going to try to see what we can do for you on that end. Okay. Make sure to give Miss Cannon who your CMH worker is so that she can reach. That's Miss Cannon. Okay. So that she can reach out if she needs to that person, as well as talk to the sheriff's department and see about this other thing. Okay. All right. But one thing I want you to do is I also want you to get yourself over to community corrections and make sure your tether units work. Okay. Now, Mr. Robinson, your counsel's asked me to set this for a preliminary examination. Is that what you want right away, or you want me to adjourn it out a couple weeks and see where we are and sort of monitor where your meds are and stuff like that, and then make a decision what to do with your case?
A speedy trial. Because this was very.
Okay, I don't want you talking about the case
Don't-
itself.
A speedy trial.
Okay, so you want, all right. So let's do this then. And Miss Cannon, your discovery is complete.
Your Honor, this is actually Attorney Feaster's case, and I'm so happy he shared it with me. And he told me
You
to,
know, a little bit more sincerity in your voice.
he told me to
Go
set
ahead.
it for a preliminary exam, so I'm going to have to.
Oh,
set
that's
the
what
best
he
of my
instructed. Okay,
Knowledge that
That's
the
fine.
case is ready to move forward.
all right. And would the people be able to have their witnesses available the 25th?
Yes, Your Honor, we'll do our best. And
All
I'd
right.
just like to address one matter before we're all.
Okay, that's fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you your preliminary examination. Okay. I'll set it in person, February 25th, 2025, 9 a.m. And I'm going to set that before me.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Okay? And then, yes.
Your Honor, thank you. As I indicated at the bench, I have some concerns in the moment about whether or not there's an impairment in play also. I understand we've discussed mental health issues that may be in play. Just would like to assault and strangulation occurred when I certainly endeavoring to address all these issues. I'm worried we're going to have somebody walking out of the courtroom that doesn't have a tether on them. Probably has mental health issues in play and may or may not also be impaired. Can we at least order maybe?
I am going to order So let me ask you this.
Going into treatment, Your Honor.
No, just listen. Listen to me, okay? Because I'm going to need you to do some things. All right? And I'm going to ask you a question. I just need you to be honest with me.
Okay.
All right? If I send you over now for a drug test,
I'm gonna drop dirty, sir.
you're going to drop dirty.
Yes.
Okay. Let me ask you
That's
this.
it.
Hold on. Just hold on. What's going to show up in your system?
Cocaine. It will be cocaine. It would probably be alcohol from last night. And it'll probably also be, I did get it, but I'm prescribed that.
Okay. So let's do this.
And Suboxone probably be there too.
What do you say?
I'm prescribed Suboxone. So I'm staying away from.
Hold on a second. So you're prescribed Suboxone.
Yes. So what I am doing is, what do you call it? I'm self-medicating because
Yeah, I know.
I can't get my meds.
Okay.
This is not, I don't do this. This is not what I do.
Okay. All right. So didn't necessarily expect all of that.
I'm gonna keep it real.
So, Mr. Robinson, here's what I'm gonna do. We got to change the plan. Okay, I'm just gonna let you know. Because now I'm really worried about you. Okay.
I need my,
No, you need to listen to me.
don't take me to jail.
Huh?
You really about to put me in jail? I'm going to
Tell me, hold on.
I'm going to go through everything.
Mr. Robbins. Mr. Robbins.
Home and New Vision is waiting for me right now. Once I get my meds, and you can, this is all verified.
So just listen. Here's the way I'll do it. I am gonna
Do not arrest me.
just listen. Listen to me. 'Cause I don't want to make this any more difficult than it has to be.
20
Mr. Robbins,
I'm listening.
now here's what I want you to do. I'm gonna have my bailiff take you in. I'm gonna ask counsel to call, just listen. I'm gonna have your counsel contact Home and New Vision. If they tell me what you said and we can get your meds, then I'm gonna let you right out and let you get there.
Yeah, long as
Okay? I don't know.
I swear before the court, Your Honor.
Mr. Robbins, Mr. Robbins,
A bid.
Mr. Robinson.
I don't want to go in that motherfucker. Shit.
Okay,
Sorry.
I ain't gonna
Sorry.
take those words.
I apologize.
My bailiff's gonna take you. We're gonna check on some things and figure out, go with my, Mr. Robbins, just go with my bailiff. Because if you make it difficult, we're gonna have a real problem.
Actually, remember, you can drop me. I'm probably clean. That was a good.
Yeah, okay, we'll figure it out. Or does call the case people versus Terrence Robbins.
And then on behalf of the people, Your Honor.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Ben Denowith on behalf of Mr. Robinson, who stands to my right. Have you stated your name yet?
No. Can you state your name, please?
Terrence Robinson, my mother's present. Well,
And Your Honor, today's date times up for preliminary examination. At this time, the people are unable to proceed as to count one and would ask that this be remanded on count two.
Dismiss count one.
Your Honor, we have no objection to dismissing count one. We would like to address bond.
Count one is dismissed. His not guilty plea will continue as to count two. So remanded 14A2 District Court. I'll set a pretrial in this for March 13th, 2025, 9 a.m. 11 a.m. before Judge Barr. Esteban.
Your Honor, Esteban, my client did appear on his own, he tells me, and the court had remanded him because he admitted to the court that he was not going to pass the drug test. I think that shows that my client is on the road to recovery. He's interested in his sobriety. He was honest with the court. He can be released
At a
either-
point, he was on.
My understanding is the court asked what would happen if you were drug tested, and he said, I would fail for cocaine.
Is that me?
Well, that and a series of other drugs.
No.
And then, well, roll the tape. But then on his way out, and why I say he was kind of honest on his way out, he then started to change his mind and said, I'd be clean.
Well,
Okay, go ahead.
well,
I'll wait.
today I do believe he would pass the test for cocaine. Because he's been in for more than 3 days. I think that would be out of his system, but my client does have a really great job offer to be a forklift operator making $22.51 an hour. He has some previous forklift experience, but R&L Carriers is going to train him. He is able to live with either his mother or his wife, who is the complaining witness in this case. The court did not want to go for that, but I believe the complaining witness is okay with no assaultive contact and him living with her if he's compliant with CMH, which I think the court can order that.
He has a Suboxone prescription, right?
Yes. He has other Seroquel, there's other medications as well.
Right, but one of the court's concern as he was listing off sort of his panoply of drugs that he had taken is that the combination of some of those could kill him. And so that was, so that you know, the court's primary concern, because I'm not sure that he has his drug use under control.
Can I speak, Your Honor? Can I speak first of all?
You can go ahead, but I mean, I'll just tell you, I think that you were honest with me when you were telling me what you were using.
Right.
But the thing is that you're going to end up dead. If
No.
you,
Right.
yeah, no, you don't. Okay, you can tell me not, but I'm just telling you.
I understand what you're saying though, because previously, I did have a real bad problem with heroin and mixing and shooting, but
Yes,
that's way behind me, Your Honor. I don't even know why I said the things that I said that day, but
you were under the influence.
um,
You're telling me the truth, but you had been using
uh,
clear.
yeah, but not the drugs that I've been clean from and I've been
Do you
sobriety.
remember complaining about
But I did.
not getting your medication?
Yeah, they took my meds. Since
Yeah.
then, I got that taken care of though. So then I was going to comply with CMH, and like I said, I got a job offer with R&L Carriers because the bills are piling up with my wife, with DTE and the rent and stuff, and I'm the one who takes care of the bills. You know, so it's kind of I'm in a rough house, in a rough spot. But I assure you, Your Honor, if you do give me back the PR, I will respond. Of course, I will respond to whatever you have me drop or whatnot, because I do meetings online in recovery with my peer coach and things. Other than that, I do paint and stain mastermind. It's my company, and I do painting I'm actually in the middle of a drywall job. And I'm finishing up as well, but yeah, the bills are behind and stuff. Your Honor, I just throw myself at the mercy of the court. I miss my family.
And if you die, they're gonna miss you.
I'm not gonna die, Your
No.
Honor.
Yet, look, I
I'm-
don't know how you tell me that.
Yeah, I don't.
I
do
wish you
drugs.
could see how you looked when you came in. You were a mess.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
that's
you were
it.
telling me all kinds of things, and then all of a sudden, when I asked you what would show up in your system, and maybe Mr. Denworth is right. I give you credit because you started listing off a bunch of drugs, then you started talking about self-medicating, you were just talking.
Yeah. Yeah, I apologize, Your Honor. Like I said, it was a struggle for me to get my meds back. However, CMH, I was able to get a hold of them. They were able to get my meds over to, starts with a G, and it's a very low dose of Suboxone, but
Okay. It's a low dosage until you start mixing it with other stuff.
yeah, but I'm not doing that, Your Honor. And I'll be compliant with whatever drug test, Your Honor. That's so far behind me. I don't even know why I said that, to be honest with you, because
Said what?
I honestly feel like I would have dropped clean of cocaine, to be honest. I don't even know why I said that, but I was under a lot of pressure, and I couldn't believe that I was even being, locked up in the first place because, you know, I've never had any violent type of anything on my record like this. So I'm the one who called, the cops to try to help me so I can leave. But since then, like I told my wife, I said we got to do some
Sir,
counseling.
here's the thing. And I won't see it, you can present, I think, a plan in place to Judge Barr about what he's gonna do to try to ensure great part his safety, his lack, or he's not using some way lashing out in a violent way, because I think it escalates to that point with you. And so I am not going to change his bond at this point in time. You can raise the issue before Judge Barr once there's a plan in place. But at this
Right.
point,
If you don't mind, you said you would put me on the. You said next time you see me that you would put me on the tether, and I said I will do the drug drop for you. Remember, because I was like I don't know that other judge, because I was like he's making me guilty, right? Before I'm even seen guilty, he's put me on.
oh, I remember everything.
Yeah, that was the first time I ever seen that, so I was in shock. And I said, like, Judge, I said, now, if you put me on a PR and you send me home so I can go to work and take care of my family, I will be compliant. I will drop for you. I don't do drugs, John. I don't.
Understand. It's not my issue really with you. My issue with you is there's not a plan in place. You've gotten yourself to the point basically you're out of control. And all I'm asking and all I'm saying to present to Judge Barr is a plan in place that has a component. You're back in touch with CMH, correct? You need to work with them to get a plan in place that sort of lays everything out.
But that was the thing. I had one in plan. What they did was they wrote down the wrong address that I had signed
Mr.
for.
Robinson,
Which was, if you don't want to let
you
me,
want
do
me,
that,
you want me to get
That's fine.
the video and just play it so you could see yourself?
Your Honor, I
No,
have
really,
bad hair.
Mr. Robinson, you need to.
I need a haircut. I know that.
What?
I need a haircut. I know that. I know I look bad. Like I said, I don't do drugs. I'm
It had
clean.
nothing to do with
I
your
take care of my
haircut.
family, Your Honor. But locking me up is not helping my family at all because we're behind in DTE. It's going to be shut off. We have kids to live there. And I don't think it's not, I mean, it's not fair to my wife that she has to suffer and the kids. And I got a job offer on the table. It's just sad. It's truly sad, you know. But hey, I'll lock back up. That's what you want me to do.
Not an issue
I'll
of
throw-
wanting to do that.
Because I'll be complying with CMH. Like I said, I was compliant. Got my meds over there, very low dose of Suboxone, in which I really don't even really need them. I just want the boost bar.
See, and that's where the problem is. They're not going to be just giving you stuff that you don't need. Ma'am, what do you want to tell me?
That he was trying to get into the lighthouse facility we had around November, but they were full. They said that they were pulling it back. They had it empty there. So I don't think that he was trying to get into the tree.
I don't doubt any of that. I don't doubt that he may have realized that he was spiraling, but he had gotten himself to a point that I think, were you here that day? I don't know. But I'm just going to tell you, he had gotten himself to a point that he was sort of way beyond where he needed to be at that point. So if they had offered him a bed, then, you know, I will leave his bond where it is. I will indicate that he can be released to inpatient, so that if a bed does become available, that he can be released to that program.
But you're right. The reason that I was going to inpatient is because I couldn't go home to my wife.
That's my,
I couldn't go home to my wife, so that's the reason why I was going into treatment. I said, it's the only way I can have a bed and be able to go through this trial thing. And that when I really don't have a drug problem, Your Honor, I really don't.
yes, you do. You do.
I have a mental disability.
That may come along.
And I am
with
being
it, but
treated.
you have a drug problem too.
And I've been being treated for that.
That mom, what did you want to
But I
say,
go to work every day.
sir? You're his mother.
What they're not looking at is, Terrence didn't grow up just to have a drug problem. Terrence has been in a car accident, hit walking down the street with brain damage. This is where his problem relies at. So they started him on, I took care of him for 6 months. His leg was broken, his head was gashed. And that started his problem. The doctor started putting him on, Vicodin. He kept double dosing him. And this is how his drug habit. If you go back.
Ma'am, I'm just gonna say this.
I just think he needs a doctor and all this other stuff. He needs a doctor.
Ma'am, thank you. I'm concerned about where you are when you showed up.
I was
All right.
shut, couldn't go home.
How it, just listen. How it got to this point for you is almost secondary in a way. And that's because you are where you are right now. I want you to get help with your drug problem so that then other issues can be dealt with. But you're not there right now. And that's the problem. The worst thing in the world, and I'll be blunt with you. Okay. Given how you were here that day, telling me what you were telling me, if I let you go right now without any treatment, I'm going to have your wife and your mother putting you in a coffin and burying you. No, don't shake your head at me, because that's what's good, because you were that out of control. All right? I'm not doing it because I hate you. I'm not doing it because I dislike you at all. I'm not doing it for any of those reasons. I want you, and I believe in your heart, you want to take care of your family. I really do. You gotta be in a position to do that. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna continue his bond. I will allow release on a PR to inpatient. They can work with the jail if they find something before time of the sentencing, then that will allow his release to that program.
And I can provide that order to the clerk of the court.
Yes, you can provide it to and I'll sign off on it.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoy watching this content, please like and subscribe. It helps new channels like this one gain exposure. There is a lot more good court to come, so if you like what you saw, tell your friends. If you didn't, tell me and let me know what you'd like to see and how I can improve. Thanks.